Hi everyone. Hope you doing great. Here we are with another episode, episode fifth of Search and Grow podcast. Today with another guest, a new guest, Josep Maria Felip. To keep it short, JM. And yeah, before we start, we obviously want to thank everyone for listening and watching, and for I want to thank our main sponsor, official sponsor, SEranking, which is an SEO tool, all-in-one SEO tool to do things like keyword research, competitor analysis, SEO audit, not in a very technical way, but SEO easy, quick SEO audits, overviews, and many other things. So you can try the tool for free, 30 days, with our link in the comments description. And without further ado, let's get started. Hello, Josep. Thank you so much for being here, being a part of the podcast, and for accepting my invite. And yeah, he's an SEO manager at Learning Technologies Group, and he's going to tell more about his story. But and we are going to talk about a few SEO Untapped SEO strategies, which is going to be great, and some other things as well. So to start with, just tell people a bit more about you and how did you get into SEO?
Yeah, hello. Thank you for having me here, Toni. Like many people starting in SEO, I started several years ago, like in 2006. Well, the story goes around 2006 in the digital world, like in business digital world. But in SEO, I started a little bit later. So my story is that I started in the family business. Then within the family business, I created a website to showcase all the, you know, all the products. And one of the section was wallpaper, like very fancy wallpaper, expensive. And from it was a great success. And I had a lot of people asking me for that wallpaper. A lot of people coming to the shop, and I thought, this is going to be this became manageable. And then me and my wife, partner in life and in crime as well, we decided to to put an e-commerce to sell the wallpaper. And this is how we started. How it started as well. It was wallpaper, normal wallpaper and digital wallpaper. And then at that time, this was May 2006, there was no one selling wallpaper in Spain. So we were the first wallpaper online in Spain. It was what we call an ocean, a blue ocean. It's called now a blue ocean. It was a niche, but we started that niche. And from there on, it was like, okay, you have your site here. The developers built our site, and they gave us a tool called Google Analytics, and they told us, here you can see where your traffic is coming from. Oh, by the way, we have done a backdoor for the SEO, and I was okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, okay. So what's that for? Yeah, because then you're gonna get on top of this listing called Google, and you're gonna get a lot of traffic. Yeah, that was it.
Sounds good.
So yeah, but it was really, really good. We were getting a lot of traffic, and since that moment on until we closed the shop, we never spent a dime in Google Ads. So everything was organic, and we were always showing up first, and that was great. So I started tinkering with that thing called SEO. What was that? And how people found us, and it was like a mystery to me. And I started learning whatever I could, all the blogs I could, and then started tinkering in the CMS. Oh, I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that. And with time, we changed the platform several times, and we started supporting blogs for the shop. And then with time, we started to do more blogs. And in 2008 or 2009, I started to um, sell my services as an SEO as well. Uh, you know, just what I have learned, I'm gonna use it to help other people, and that was the starting. Then in 2000, um, after 2009 or 2008, that was the crisis that hit us, and yeah, we started doing several little e-commerce, very niche as well, several more blogs and a mini agency to sell SEO services and content services. And then in 2014, we decided to come here to the UK. And here is where um, I got my diploma in digital marketing, and I started to work first in the travel sector, and then in an agency, and now at Learning Technologies Group. This is more or less my story.
No, it's a great, very, very interestingly. You moved same year as me. The UK,
right.
yeah. You to
Yeah,
two
good.
different places, but then 2014, exactly the same, Yeah. And it's also obviously interesting how most people get into SEO sometimes because they build a project online and then accidentally they found how powerful it is and how they can get, and then it's the same. I mean, you get interested about learning more and more, and then you try testing things, and then you grow, and then you dedicate yourself to
when testing things, I got my fair share of Google penalties. So that I can tell you that's a very good way to to learn in SEO. So just tinkering and doing things that you shouldn't do, but you learn fast.
Follow Google guidelines.
yeah.
I think we're not going to share that today exactly. We'll keep that privately for a one-to-one beer sometime.
Probably is best.
Very cool. So in terms of today, obviously going to focus on some SEO strategies, some untapped SEO strategies, so sometimes SEO strategies that are not as are overlooked, or people not pay as much attention, and they could actually get improve things by focusing on those. What tactics would you like to share with the audience?
Yeah, that's interesting. One of my favorite, let's say, tactics, and I see sometimes it's quite overlooked, is working on your internal linking, and trying to create a good mesh of internal linking in a very strategic way. So to do so, it's interesting to know that I mean everyone knows that everything internal links are important, and you might think, okay, but all my pages are interlinked because I have a very nice nav menu, or I have the footer full of links. Okay, that's great. That's a good way to interlink as well. However, not all the links are created equal. That's something some people might forget or I don't know. And even though Google may say we don't care as long as it is a link, and this is right. But just I want to be a bit more technical here, just a bit. So I explain how or why you should do the internal linking in a very specific way. So it all boils down to how the Google algorithm works. So basic in the most fundamental way, it works like by what we so Google ranks pages, not websites, right?
Mm-hmm.
So usually, and the most fundamental is the more links a page has or a node has, the more important it might be seen by Google. And it doesn't matter if those links come from your website or external site, right? However, there are a lot of layers they have built with the algorithm, so they can modulate the weight of these links. So you may have a lot of links from the navigation menu, but they are not as powerful as the links you might have in the blog posts or in some product page, for example. This is because the links in the blog post they are surrounded by text, and this is what they call contextual links. So it helps you send this link and the information, let's say with the anchor text, with the right anchor text, you send a signal to Google, okay, telling them this link to that page has this anchor text because I want this page to rank for this keyword, or this is related to that topic. So you create like a contextual mesh of internal linking, right?
Yeah.
So this is in a nutshell how
in a
more or less.
nutshell, no, in a nutshell for the audience. I mean, some audience will be more technical. They understand the some others will, but in a nutshell, you explain it very well. Basically, it's just it links that internally between pages of your website to and how strategically you make some pages more important than others because you want them to rank higher than others on Google, basically.
Exactly. So then, because I think usually if you may have several strategies for creating topical clusters or topical pages. So if you usually have a blog where you create more long tail form content, so you might want this blog, or you have this blog with the topical content to link to your product pages to support your product pages, right? So I thought, okay, how can I get those? How can I know what links do I have only for the blog posts? And I was thinking about that, and I came up with a solution with the help of Screaming Frog and and Data Studio. Oh, sorry, it's Luca Studio now.
Okay.
And yeah, so I put together all the information here, and I created that tool that helps you visualize all your internal linking, where they come from, and so you can see the weight each section has. So you can manage the internal links probably better sometimes, or strategically at least. Right?
Sounds good.
Yeah. So I have two screenshots here to show the audience how I've done that, and let's see if I can share with you.
yes. Let's make it happen. I mean, for those who are watching the video version, they could see the screenshots. For those that listen to the audio, we can Josep, or we can provide maybe like a link, or maybe I don't know if it's possible, maybe, or we'll see about it. They can link to the video and watch exactly the screenshot to see the.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think we make it happen. Yeah,
we make it happen some way.
Yeah. So let me share. Now you have it.
Yeah. So there you go. We got it in the screen right now. So
Okay.
it's up there, and there you go. Yeah, go ahead.
I think now we can see, yeah, more or less. Yeah. So what I've created is with the crawl, with the screaming frog, you have an option to select the link positions, and by default they offer you the link positions for the links on the nav menu, that's the header, on the content page, on the sidebar sometimes, and on the footer. So that sometimes that works okay, but I wanted to be more specific because I wanted the content just from the blog. So then you can go there and create your own position just by setting the class or by setting the link path. This is a bit technical, but you can find this information in Screaming Frog site, or maybe we can explain another day more in detail.
Of course.
So then I got a spreadsheet, and I connected that spreadsheet to Data Studio, Looker Studio. I don't get used to it, and then so I create that like this pivot table, so you can see the focus URL. Where do you want to focus? Your destination URL appears here, and for privacy reasons, this is blurred now. So this is all the links you have, all your internal links. Where do the links come from? The anchor text of that link, the link position. In that case, I selected the links from the blog because I only wanted to improve those ones. But here, if this was live, you would see all the positions here in the drop down, right? And then the number of links, right? So that way you can see instantly if you don't have a variety of links, or because if you have always the same anchor text, that's not good. So you want a variety of anchor text. So you can start working, and then you go click here and you go to that page and you modify your anchor text or whatever you want to do that. And the other one,
the live version, when you click on one of these triangles, then the anchor text changes and it shows only the anchor text for that sector. So you can be very, very specific. You can see actually, what's going on for each sector. And it really helps you to focus and to understand your internal linking and work consequently with that.
Yeah, it's looks pretty useful, and the thing sometimes is about how you make it easy to analyze the data, to see the data in using tools like obviously external tools, and in this case you use the Screaming Frog and Looker Studio, which was Google Data Studio. So you just link together, right? So if people understand, you just export information from Screaming Frog and then particular web, and then link directly with the that's pretty cool. I mean, that's proper golden, mate. I'm not. I'm gonna ask you for the data studio template later.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I can share it here, but we can share it later.
We'll talk about it later.
It's quite cool.
Very
and
cool.
useful. I mean, it's useful. Yeah.
Very useful. Very useful. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, very much appreciated. So changing a bit the subject, continue obviously with SEO and search world, but everything happened today. Sorry.
Yep. Yeah.
Sorry. With the I was saying it's technical issues today. It's the day of technical issues. Going back. So again, with the arrival of AI and all this Google Bard, new Microsoft been doing, with ChatGPT on the side as well, with OpenAI, all this new revolution. I would say is a new revolution of, in the artificial intelligence. And what's your opinion about and how is AI going to impact the search industry?
It's very interesting times to live on.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, I think, well, basically we are seeing this like every day. It's going to be, to me, it's going to be more personalized search experience. So Google, I mean, Google, has integrated AI in the algorithm long time ago, and you can see every day you have personalized experiences. This is powered by AI, but I think this is going to be more supercharged. Good move from Microsoft, uh, putting the chat in the in the search engine in Bing, and yeah, it can help expand some of the queries. Sometimes expand your information without going to other websites. So quick ways to retrieve the information, to get the information you want. One of the interesting things we are right now seeing in Bing is the visual search. You can now put Google Lenses as well. You can put a photo there about anything, and it shows it looks shows the results for that. This is going to be even more powerful, which is kind of cool, especially for the new generations, because they don't like to type. My son doesn't like to type, and most of us, even I find it weird to talk to my phone, so I don't like it very much, the voice search. But visual search, this is going to be great. And yeah, good for content creation. I mean, content creation, to help with content creation is not like
Yeah.
you're gonna get the content that they spit out and you chuck it in your website. That's not gonna happen, at least for the moment being. But who knows? But right now, I think it's a very good tool, helpful tool to help you with ideas, content ideas, and probably setting some content plan. We have used it to create some buyer personas, which matched very well with the ones we had. And at some point, helping with with keyword, not keyword research, but to understand sometimes the search intent a little bit more.
Yeah.
And obviously for tasks like meta description and titles, it's just great. But
Yeah, definitely, especially with the bigger websites, with so many pages, so many URLs, and then you have to create the descriptions for all of them and titles. So they're
yeah,
always supervised by a human, always.
yeah, definitely. And one thing that I like as well, very much from this boom of AI, is the image creation. You have tools like uh, Midjourney,
Midjourney is
which
brilliant.
is
Yeah.
amazing, and the version 5 is wow, mind blowing. And so yeah, probably you don't have to go to get images from the bank image or somewhere. You just can ask for a custom image for you, and
It's
that's it.
interesting because the other day my wife is a teacher, and then she needed to create a character for a class. They were talking about characters, so we went on the Mid Journey and then explained the character, and then he designed an image of that fiction character. It took a little while, to create the proper prompt and explain, but then we got some sort of character, fictional, and then use it for the class. So it's very useful, isn't it? I mean, for a world in general, not only SEO.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I think I reckon a new class of worker is going to emerge right now. It's going to be the prompter, the AI prompter.
The prompter, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I mean, the better your prompt is, the better the outcome, right? It's like shit in, shit out.
Prompt SEO. Prompt SEO.
Yeah.
Prompt SEO.
Yeah.
Expert SEO prompter. SEO. Oh my god, that's good. That's good. Yeah. I totally agree with you on all the. It's good for us to live in this moment, to be honest, because it's a good. I dislike the people that are trying to take advantage, saying create a new this with like all these Twitter people trying to take advantage and ChatGPT creators. But apart from that, it's all positive. It's all good news.
Yeah.
So, in terms of talking about more your experience, you worked as a consultant before. You're now working in house. What SEO areas are key to work on, and what departments are more involved when you work in a company with an SEO department and different areas?
Yeah, based on my experience, UX is one of the most interesting areas to work on. I mean, SEO permeates across all the areas of the web, right? Of the website or web creation, because at the end of the day is optimization for the search engine, and that involves technical content and even offsite. So, but for me, one of the most important areas is UX, and it goes intimately, with SEO. You can't it can't go separate. If you want to deliver a good experience, you have to know what your user wants, and you have to deliver that in the UX. Then you have to liaise and have a very good relationship with the dev team as well, and you have to be capable to explain things to the dev team and get the outcome you want.
Then what happened after? Maybe not.
Well,
not exactly what you were.
Let's
you
say
wanted.
in a most seamless way, and smooth way. But yeah, it's good to have these kind of soft skills, or even some knowledge about uh, language development, or content. Obviously, we have to work. We work hand by hand with the content team, and very very close. And you know, to me, it's the natural way to go, because you can't separate again one thing from another. It's paramount that we work together, and we have inputs from one team to another, and that's the way it can work. And the last one, it's brand and product managers, so they can understand that one thing is what you want to sell, and the other thing is what people is looking for. So there's you have to match things here. You need to understand what's going on in the search world, so you can create the strategy right. And that would be it.
Okay. No. I absolutely understand. Obviously, for when you work, the bigger the company, right? The bigger the team, and the bigger the goals, I guess. Obviously, what they want to achieve with their website is not the same as small e-commerce site than a massive retailer that is selling a million. But then what what you say is interesting. Obviously, the part of you need to coordinate very well with the team, and then it's not something that It's not always content. For example, from development side of things, they're not always going to implement the same thing. So we have to work. Or for example, content. What they want to say, they maybe need to be optimized for different reasons. And that's the beauty of obviously the SEO is the SEO figure, the SEO role, where I need to kind of put try to get the most out of the strategy and take implementations in order to get the results. And that's very interesting. And in terms of like what the main SEO digital marketing or business or tools that you could not live without these days?
Screaming Frog, that's a staple. You can't live with Screaming Frog without Screaming Frog. Second one would be Google Analytics.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely.
Kubernetes 4. We all could live without Kubernetes 4, but we are going to have to deal with it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could live without, and you can go to other probably easier tools. There are easier tools, but yeah, it's good. Well, Google Analytics is free, and but it's right now it's a bit hard getting with GA4, but yeah, it's something that you want to keep track of what's going on, the traffic, blah blah blah, and analyze at least the trends of what's going on the site. And the other one would be Search Console, the tool,
the best one,
one of the best tools, free tools out there, and quite interesting. And you can get a lot of information from there without even needing an expensive or any other SEO tool, at least for keyword research, for example. You can find a lot of opportunities out there just analyzing the data from Search Console.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one would be Data Studio, Lucas Studio. And it's great, absolutely great to analyze data, to visualize data usually in a more easier way than GA, or even just getting the data from Google Search Console without the limitation of the 1,000 rows. And then you can create your dashboards and analyze all the data there. That would be my my most important.
Yeah, no, your toolkit is great. I mean, it's actually the ones I could not live without. I think that the more you use them, the more you obviously get attached to those tools, and then definitely need them for our day-to-day work, make our life so much easier.
Yeah.
Definitely. So in a more personal, talking a bit more personal interest, from more personal interest, name 3 people or books or film that had this inspire you in some ways.
3 people. It's very easy. First one is my wife, my partner in crime for a long time. She supports me very much.
We say hello. We say hello to her.
We say hello, Olga. Thank you. And she always supports me, has supported me, and we support each other in our journey. The second one would be my mom, an example of resilience. The third one would be my dad, which is who instilled me the need to constantly learn. It's because at the end of the day, that's the only asset no one can take from you. So
definitely 100%.
I mean, I could go like for more probably names, big sound names or big names there, but to me these are the most important ones. And then for for books or films that inspired me, um, the latest ones that I've read, it's Mindset from Carol S. Dweck. This is a
Mm-hmm.
book very interesting about overcoming your limitations, about learning, or sometimes to shaking off this imposter syndrome,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a fantastic book. Really, it's more than 10 years old probably, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a book I recommend very much. The second book is The Power of Habit
Mm-hmm.
from Charles Duhigg, I think, and it's uh, it's enlightening. I mean, once you know how your habits are formed, then you can start changing them in a very conscious way, and it helps you transform your life if you want. So, I think it's a very powerful book. And the last one would be a film for me, inspired. Um, it's not that probably that inspired for some people, but to me, it's
It's your own, yeah,
yeah, a very interesting film. It's Interstellar,
yeah,
and because I like the director Christopher Nolan,
yeah. Me
but
too.
the film itself, it's quite it gives you some food for thought, about several topics, but the main one, which is what all the things people can do for love at the end of for your loved ones.
Yeah.
It's quite nice, a nice story and inspiring as well. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a great film, great film.
yeah,
Actually, yeah, I like Christopher Nolan as well. I mean, I love that you obviously say your family is the first inspiration, because at the end of the day, I mean, it's always family first, and we can be inspired by many marketers, many, but then
absolutely.
the people that we deal support each other day by day. That's the family, and that's the ones that we get inspired. We inspire each other and
And you get the
move.
example from.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
move together forward. Yeah, definitely. We say,
mhm.
"Oh, Michael Jordan, whatever." Oh,
Yes, that's
yeah,
good. That's
they are,
good.
but they know as strong as could be someone is part of
Yeah.
our lives, in
Mhm.
some way. Amazing, amazing, Giuseppe. So we
Thank
coming
you.
to the end. Very, very, very. Yeah, it's been. I mean, it's been very nice to be honest, and so.
Thank you.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, talking to you, and we're gonna talk very soon next month, so face to
Okay.
face, which I'm looking forward to that as well. So if anyone is listening, we're gonna go to Brighton SEO. So if you're gonna go there, pop reach out to us and we can connect. Yeah, and social
Yeah,
media and connect
absolutely.
there. Yeah, it'll be nice
Reach
to
out to
connect
us.
with
We
people
can
there.
meet.
Definitely. And what do you recommend people to learn SEO?
Um, Usually, well, follow this podcast. That would be a good one.
Thank you.
To me, it was important to. It was really good to know about the origin. So I recommend very much to read the Art of SEO, the
Mhm,
book from Eric Enge. I don't know how it's pronounced.
mhm,
Brian Fishkin and JC Stricchiola. So the Art of SEO, that's a must if you want to start learning SEO from with a good foundation. I would say Aleida Solis. She's a very well known. You might probably know
mhm,
her, and she has a lot of resources in her blog. But she created another blog which is called learningseo.io.
mhm.
This is a very, very, very good resource for anyone starting in the SEO world and wanting to learn more about SEO. Absolutely great. Then you can follow some other people like Backlinko. Well, that's the website from Brandon, now in SEMrush, but Backlinko is an absolute must to learn more about SEO. I would recommend Moz, the site, and SEMrush. They have good good blog posts as well, and then just two more ones would be John Urshow from By the Metrics. Is a very nice guy, and he explains everything in a very, very understandable way. And he's a very good storyteller, and you can learn a lot from him. And if you like more the strategic way of SEO, follow Andrew Holland. So also very great explaining things.
I like him. Yeah, I see his post on LinkedIn. Very straight to the point, right?
Yeah.
And I like that because especially for people that don't know very technical about things, and they in marketing department, or they running a business, but they need to understand there are different areas where SEO is moving, not only for SEOs, for anyone who is working in the marketing or in business. They need to know exactly how SEO is moving towards, and he explains it very well. And the recommendations, great recommendations, the blogs, SEMrush, Backlink, the top ones. Yeah, definitely. Very good ones. Very good recommendations. So, yeah, and we have come to the end of this amazing podcast episode with Josep. We like to thank again, obviously, him for sharing his story, sharing some of his knowledge as well, which you hope you find very, very interesting, as I did, with even with the screenshots of Locker Studio, internal linking. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Honestly, thank you so much. I'd like to thank also our sponsor, SEO tool, SEranking. And tell people, Josep, how they can find you and follow you, social media, to reach out to you.
Yeah, they can find me on LinkedIn, linkedin.com/Ian JM Felip. That's my address. And I am on Twitter. My handle is JM Felip as well. And I don't post very, very much, but you can reach. There. So yeah, these are my two main.
Brilliant. I recommend everyone to obviously definitely connect with Josep on LinkedIn, and follow him on Twitter, and obviously we'll leave the details on the description as well of information and everything, some description of what we shared today, for more information for anyone. And thanks everyone. Thanks Josep, and take care. Bye bye. See you soon.
You.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Thank you everyone.
Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye bye.